Hey guys, it's been like not even a week since my first YouTube vlog went up, and the amount of views I got is kind of overwhelming. I didn't really expect people to watch, or I don't know if I search it, I know what I'm looking for, but I don't know how people are finding it. But it's been overwhelming and kind of amazing, and I've got some emails and some, just really great messages, and I'm glad that people are seeing it and it's helping them. But people are wanting to know a little bit more about me and who I am and how I even got started on this crazy journey. So that's what this video is about. So I'll just start off. My name is Melissa. I'm 28 years old. I just had my birthday in October, beginning of October. And I have two beautiful little girls. One is going to be 5 next month. The other is 3. And very blessed to have them again. Like I said in the first video, I married my high school sweetheart. We've been together for 11 years and married for 6. We were married in June of 2010. And right after that is when we jumped into trying to start our family. You know, we'd been together all through high school, and funny little tidbit, we've actually known each other for a lot longer. We were on the same t-ball team when we were probably like 4 or 5. Maybe 2 or 3 years into dating, I was digging through some old pictures and I pulled out this t-ball picture and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Ben's dad. And I got to looking and I was like, holy cow, there's Ben. So maybe it was fate. I don't know. But we've always, when we started dating, we just knew we were going to get married and it was forever. So, like I said, we were married in June of 2010 and we jumped right in. Unfortunately, I've never had regular cycles. So, when you're trying to get pregnant, that's kind of an important deal. So I went to the doctor and she didn't waste any time. She said, this is your issue. You're not ovulating, so let's fix it. She put me on, I don't know if it's Prometrium or Provera, I don't know. She put me on something to induce a cycle and then started me on Clomid. For those of you who don't know what Clomid is, it's a fertility drug. It helps induce ovulation and tries to get your cycles back on track. So, you start out with a low dose, and if it doesn't work, then you keep bumping it up. And unfortunately, the first cycle, it didn't work. And then she suggested that we bump it up to the next milligram or whatever. And she suggested to get timing right that I use something called OPKs, or ovulation predictor kits. So I got those. The ones with 2 lines are super confusing to me for those of you who don't know or haven't been in the same situation. Ovulation predictors are different than pregnancy tests. With pregnancy tests, you're looking for 2 lines if you want to be pregnant. Well, ovulation predictors always have 2 lines, but you want them to be the same or darker than the control line. And for me, and I know a lot of people will agree with me on this, if you're trying to conceive for a long time, your eyes play tricks on you. So that wasn't for me. I went with the Clearblue Digital that gives you either a open circle for not ovulating or a smiley face, I like that, for ovulating. So second cycle, doctor bumped up the Clomid. I started using the OPKs. I got my smiley face, and we ended up pregnant with Gracie. It was an uneventful pregnancy. It was amazing. I didn't feel too horrible. I got the morning sickness and stuff like that, but it just was a normal pregnancy. Nothing wrong. Tests were fine. I had her. The birth was kind of different. I was really, really sick the week following up to it. Not flu or anything, but I could not stop coughing, and so I was exhausted. I wasn't sleeping. But after we had Gracie, we talked about when we were going to start trying again, and it had taken us a while to get pregnant with Gracie. It doesn't sound like that long, 2 months, but we had tried for a while beforehand. Unsuccessful, obviously, because I wasn't getting cycles and ovulating, but we decided we wanted to start trying earlier. So I think Gracie was just a year old. We decided we were going to start trying, and I didn't go see the doctor. I had been on birth control, so I stopped taking my birth control, and we figured we'd just try and see what happened because, Gracie was still young and there was lots of time. So I actually found a supplement called Femiprin. I found it on Amazon because that's where I go to do all my research, apparently. Reading reviews, a lot of people had success. It has chasteberry in it. I don't know. It's supposed to help regulate your cycles and get everything working, and it worked. I got pregnant with Allie. No problems. I did use the OPKs again, so I knew that I was ovulating, and my daughters are 15 months apart, and I wouldn't change that for the world. It's amazing watching the relationship they have. So we got pregnant with her, no problems. Unfortunately, after her birth, the doctor had left some tissue in my uterus, and I ended up getting a pretty bad infection. We got that all cleared up, and then we decided we were going to wait a while to have more kids. Allie had acid reflux super bad. The first 6 months of her life were very, very hard. Anytime something hit her stomach, anytime she ate, she would projectile vomit. It took a long time to get that sorted out because, I don't know how to say this. I'll be blunt. The doctors thought I was crazy. They thought I was the mom who brought their kid in when they sneezed and nothing was wrong. They were wrong. I finally found a doctor who would listen, and they put her on Zantac, and she's just been amazing and happy ever since. So mamas out there, follow your gut. If you know something's wrong, find someone that's going to listen to you, because we know as moms. But anyway, we decided to wait a little bit because those first 6 months were really hard and really stressful. So I decided that I was going to get an IUD. I don't like birth control pills. I'm very sensitive to hormones. I didn't want to put more hormones in my body because I have such an issue regulating stuff anyway. I didn't want to throw that on there. So it wasn't even Mirena. It was like the Paragard, maybe, the one without hormones. So I got that put in. And, like 2 or 3 days afterward, I knew something was wrong. Something was not right. If you're watching this, this is going to be a TMI channel, too much information, but I had ended up getting another infection, and it was horrible. So I got that puppy taken out. We just decided we'd do something else for birth control. But fast forward to us trying to conceive now. We've been trying to conceive for 2 years, and I've been pregnant 3 times. The first time I was pregnant was a chemical pregnancy. I got a positive pregnancy test, and you guys, for those of you that are trying to get pregnant, these first 2 pregnancies were a chemical pregnancy. I wouldn't have known had I not been trying. I'm a little crazy. I get a little bit obsessive, and I test probably before most people would. I want to know when I'm pregnant. So unfortunately, I tested, and then about a week later, I lost that baby, and it was a chemical. There was, we were so early, there was no heartbeat, or never had a chance to have a heartbeat. It was hard. First miscarriage. I never thought something like that would happen, but to me, it's real. You were pregnant. So we took some time to heal from that, and we wanted to keep trying, and I got pregnant again and took a test, and it showed up positive, and that very same day I started bleeding. So I knew exactly what was happening. I was having another chemical pregnancy. So we decided to wait a while and let my body figure out what was going on. And I went to an RE, a fertility specialist, because I wanted to make sure that I was okay. I wanted to make sure that the infections that I had before hadn't done anything to mess anything up. So we went to the doctor, and they ran tests, and they said, there's no reason this should be happening. You're healthy. Your husband's healthy. Unfortunately, these things just happen, and that's the answer you get. You just get it. And it sucks because you want answers. You want to know why. But unfortunately, they don't have them. So they said, since you're still having trouble and you're not getting a cycle, the Clomidin stuff's not working, because the doctors that I was seeing who were not fertility specialists had me on way, way too much Clomid. That's a whole nother story. But my ovaries overstimulated, and it was really painful and scary. And I have such bad side effects from the Clomid. They said, we don't really use that here. We use something called Femara. I don't know how you say it, but it's another fertility drug similar. It induces ovulation. Excuse me. So they put me on a birth control for a month. They wanted to kind of clear everything out, get everything the way it's meant to be. So I went on birth control for a month. And then I started the Femara. And I got pregnant. And that was this last pregnancy. I got pregnant. We went in. There was a heartbeat. I just thought this was it. And, you know how the story unfolded. We went back and you hear the words, there is no heartbeat. So that is where we are at today. It's been 2.5 weeks since I had my D&E, dilation and evacuation. And that's where we're at. I've been having some issues. And I actually took a pregnancy test yesterday and it still showed a faint positive, so there is still hormone, HCG, the pregnancy hormone, in my body. And that's very frustrating to me. It is. I have a follow-up on the 26th, so hopefully it's all out by then because I want to start trying again. But I guess we just gotta wait. I don't know how long it's supposed to be in there. I don't know how long we have to wait, but maybe people watching can give me some insight in the comments below. For those of you that have had this, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry it happened, but maybe you can help me out. I don't know. But I just wanted to give you guys the full story, the full spiel. So that's it. Now you know where we're at, and I will probably talk to you guys around the 26th. So have an amazing Sunday, you guys.